I'm about to share one life-changing principle with you. And if you actually take it and apply it, it could change your life over the next 90 days. It's the same exact principle that took me from having negative $90 in my bank account, no money in savings, and my credit card maxed out when I was 18 years old, to now taking home over $100,000 in personal income in my bank account every month and having a business that generates me between $150,000 to $200,000 every single month. It's been less than 2 years. I'm 20 years old. Ready? Listen to this. The funny thing is, you've heard this before. You've heard it, but you haven't understood it to the point where you can fully grasp it and apply it. When you're thinking of energy, right? What do they say? They're like, oh, energy and matter, it can't be created or destroyed. And a lot of people hear that and they're like, yeah, whatever, right? But what does that actually mean when it's applicable to the human life? Think about food, for instance. Food is what gives us humans energy. Stay with me, ready? We don't actually create food from thin air. Ideas can be created from thin air, right? But anything that encapsulates energy, which is all matters of life, food is an energy source. People are like, oh, but you can create it. No, you can't. There's ingredients that we mix around and that we display in a certain formula that creates consumable energy that we can use, right? It's the exact same thing. And this principle applies to you going to the gym. Most people, the people that are broke, lazy, out of shape, and victims in this life, what do? They want themselves to feel better. They want to have a boost of energy. They want to have a boost of success. They want to have a boost in their attractiveness and the way that they look. But what do they want to do? They want to create it from nothing. They want to all of a sudden be gifted this feeling of success. And what is the principle that we're talking about? It cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be formula. You can turn it into a formula and you can use it to your advantage. There's ingredients, right? If you go to the gym, the funny thing is you actually create more energy in your life. If you're tired and you get up, you put on clothes, you go to the gym and you work out and you train and you sweat, these are all ingredients. This is the formula. This is the mixture that allows you to put more energy into your life. It's good for you. It gives you a boost. The same rule applies to success. Everyone goes through life trying to create this new standard of success. They try to create this new pathway where their life all of a sudden bursts up into massive success. But they want it to come out of thin air. They don't understand that there's a formula and there's ingredients that they have to understand. They have to use the recipe to mix together and create. And when you have the perfect mixture, it creates the consumable. It creates the new energy that you need to become successful. The right goals, the right business plan, the right principles to apply, right? If the best chef in the world creates a food, if you try and also recreate that without understanding the ingredients of the recipe, do you think you're gonna get it? Absolutely not. So why would you look at the most successful people in the world and try and create it without using the same recipe and ingredients that they used? And here's the trick. People might try one time and they're like, oh, this failed. No. Even though you used the ingredients and you followed the recipe, you don't have the same skills that the master chef has. You're not gonna have the same skills as Elon Musk when you go to grow your business. How did the master chef get the skills that he now has to create the greatest food, the greatest meal? He practiced. The more you work on mixing these ingredients with the proper recipe, the more your success becomes inevitable. The more your success becomes inevitable. Keep this in mind. Stop going. I don't care if you're making $10,000 a month. Every stage of my wealth, this principle is applied where I've thought, man, I'm at 50K a month. I want to get to 100K a month. I'm going to just keep doing this. You can't keep doing the same thing that you were doing before. It's not created randomly. There is ingredients and there's a recipe that must be followed. energy, success, matter, none of it can be created or destroyed. You have to understand the right ingredients. You have to understand the right recipe. And for the things that are most coveted, like money and success and status and attractiveness, you have to have enough skill. And that's the biggest problem. Even if people get the right recipe and they get the right ingredients, they try once, they try twice, this isn't for me. No. You can become the master chef. You just have to put in enough reps. You can't bake the cake once and expect it to be world renowned. The person that puts in the most reps with the most amount of time, with the right recipe and ingredients applied, will never fail. I promise. Apply this principle to your life over the next 90 days. It doesn't matter what level you're at. If you're trying to go from $50,000 a month to $100,000 a month, if you're trying to make your first million this year, if you're trying to make your first 6 figures this year, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Success cannot be created or destroyed. The body, the physique that you want, it cannot be created or destroyed. You want to be more of a go-getter? You want to be more motivated? It doesn't come out of thin air. It doesn't. The right ingredients, the right recipe, and the right skills. You have to apply them. The cake doesn't make itself. It doesn't mix itself together. The ingredients don't gather themselves. Go gather the ingredients. Go find the recipe, and if you don't have one, make one. Learn from other people who have created recipes and practice over and over and over and over again. You'll never, ever fail.